Hello, and welcome to another Behind the Poem story. This week's poem is in the second half of the collection called Everyone Else, and it's one of my favorite poems. I think it taps into something that is really important to remember at this time, is really important to remember almost at any time, as being part of the community, and is one of the 10 poems in my book Between Hindsight and Foresight that was written in the last 3 years. One of my favorite places to go, one of my favorite, my favorite bar where I go for the atmosphere. This particular poem, Everyone Else, is focused on the community of going out. It's a community that we all kind of miss and we all kind of cherish right now, as we all know, where we haven't been able to kind of not just meet with people on purpose, not just kind of go out in order to meet with specific people, but going out and having that kind of buzz of community, even just in the environment, whether we think about it or not. Everyone gets a turn when we go out as part of the group. Everybody gets a turn in pairs. Everybody gets a turn of being the one going out by themselves. And, alone or in a group, we all make up the community out and about in our society, in our environment. And everyone else within our sphere of influence, everyone else within the restaurant or within the bar is part of everyone else's night, whether we know it or not. I was once seeing someone who was a background actor, somebody who was what they refer to as a supporting artist. And I learned something about TV shows and films that had never really occurred to me before. When you watch a TV show and all of the characters are out at a bar, the people in the background are paid to be there. They're not in a real bar. They're on a TV set or a film set. And, the people that are there because they're being paid to be there. And we don't really think about the background characters all that much. We don't really think about a restaurant scene with two of our principal actors, where they loads of people, the waiters are going around, the people behind the bar, the people at the table next to them, who we never really look at, we never really listen to because we can't hear their conversation. We don't really think about their presence as being paid actors, but they are. And we would darn sure notice if two principal famous actors were out for lunch or out for a drink and there was nobody else in the bar. It would be really obvious. And so everyone else becomes just as important to that scene feeling normal and that TV show feeling realistic as the two principal actors are. And it's the same in our own real lives. When we go to a restaurant and it's too quiet, we start to think, okay, well, why is nobody here? Does that mean the food's bad? Does that mean that it's too noisy or there's something wrong? So we think about whether or not we want to stay in a restaurant where nobody else is eating. And we look at a restaurant that's really, really busy and think, oh my gosh, the food there must be amazing, or the atmosphere there must be amazing, or maybe they have a live band, or something about that place draws a huge crowd. It's the same with the bar. If we want to go on a date in a bar, we want somewhere that is quiet enough to be able to hear each other, but we don't want to go somewhere that's so dead we can't find anything to talk about because the atmosphere is just silence. If we are going out to party with some friends, we don't care whether it's noisy or not, but we do want to make sure that the environment makes us feel good about being out. It's the same now that we have learned how much we miss it when we can't have it. The community, the idea of the community, the idea of what we're doing, the idea of being out with everyone else, is really drawing at the moment because we haven't been able to do it for so long. One thing we have also learned is maybe when we go to a sporting event, or a bar that is showing a sporting event that we're interested in seeing, the community, it doesn't matter if we know these people or not, if they're cheering our team, they're on our side. And the atmosphere of watching a sport live and in person is so much better with a crowd of like-minded fans. It's so much better, even in a bar when you're not there, when you're just watching it on TV, when you have people cheering along with you. The environment is way more electric. And, it doesn't matter what the environment is or how well we know the people around us. We are social animals. Whether it's strangers or loved ones, we like being social. We enjoy it. Now, not everybody does. Some people are really in their element with the lack of social that we're doing right now. But regardless of whether you are or not, if you're the person going out by yourself, you're still part of the background of everyone else's night. Whether it's one person, two person, whatever's happening, if you're having a fight, if you're having a laugh, if you're going out for a drink, the community is made up of all of its different parts. We are, as a community, the sum of our parts. And when a part is taken away, or when that part is limited, we miss it, we lack it. And it's important to value the presence of everyone else around us and take our turn in the group, take our turn by ourselves, and enjoy being part of that community. I'm hoping that we all look forward to being with everyone else again, and that, no one will ever feel alone again. Because even if you're sitting at a table alone, the people next to you are part of your night, and you're part of theirs. So next time you go out, once it is safe to do so, once everyone has been vaccinated and the cleaning keeps up and everybody is healthy and happy to go back out into the world, once that happens, we need to not forget what we've learned about how much we value everyone else around us when we go out. So I hope you have enjoyed the story behind Everyone Else. It was written way before we learned this lesson, but I think that it still speaks to me on that level, that going out and being part of everyone else's evening, whether you're with them or not, is important. I hope you will have a look at other videos on the YouTube channel and on my Facebook page for my group, for my book, Between Hindsight and Foresight. And I look forward to talking to you again with another story behind the poem next week. Until then, stay safe.